shelf tour time. On top we have a bunch of random stuff, but you get on down and these are my books. And these are mostly hardcovers. This shelf is usually double stacked, but I've taken the books out to show you what's behind it, and then I'm going to put them back up and I'll show you what they are. And I'm going to show you the covers, but I'm not going to say the author. So if you want to know the author to something, then just comment and I'll tell you, okay? So let's begin. Beastly. Oh, this is going to take forever. I don't know why I wanted to show the covers. Animal Farm. The Outsiders. Yep, gonna take forever. Lord of the Flies. I'm just gonna leave that out because it's kind of hard. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Oh my goodness. I hate paperbacks. Uglies. Game of Thrones. A Clash of Kings. A Storm of Swords. And A Feast for Crows. And also I've read most of these books, like most of all of my books except for like 5. So if you want a review of something, then just tell me. I'll make a review of it. Dead Until Dark. Living Dead in Dallas. Wuthering Heights. Something Wicked This Way Comes. Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained Bind Up. The Lovely Bones. The Scarlet Letter. World War Z, The Catcher in the Rye, Wicked, The Phantom of the Opera. This will probably be in 2 parts, to be honest. Dracula, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, Edgar Allan Poe Poems and Tales. That will not go back in there. The Secret Garden, Go Ask Alice. Face on that, couldn't really see. The Great Gatsby, Fahrenheit 451, and The War of the Worlds. Okay, now I'm going to put my books back on this shelf and show you them. Okay, so this is what the first shelf usually looks like. So yeah, like I said, mostly hardcover. Here's the Olympus series, Burke Warden. I have Lost Son, but I'm reading it, and I have not read these 3. So I'm not going to go get it because it's in my backpack and I don't want to go get it. But I'm sure everyone knows what it looks like. They're really popular. But we have The Son of Neptune, which is the 2nd book. The Mark of Athena, which is the 3rd book. And The House of Hades, which is the 4th book. And my friend recommended me these. I had read the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, but I'm not really a big fan on like spin-off series because honestly I just think that they're doing it to get more money. But so far, I've only read like 20 pages of The Lost Hero, but it seems okay. Delirium and Pandemonium, and then the little book of short stories, the Delirium stories, which pisses me off because it's not hardcover, but whatever. The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. What's Left of Me, and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and then that's gonna follow, so I'm gonna take that down. Everneath, Everbound, The Selection, The Elite. Oh, my arms are getting tired. Oh, this was a bad idea. The Series of Unfortunate Events, first 3 books. The Bad Beginning. The Reptile Room. Sorry, there's a shadow. And some of these are going to be kind of hard to see because I have horrible lighting in my room. And The Wide Window. Okay, on down a shelf. The Divergent Trilogy. Well, this is the last book. So, this is Allegiant, which is the last book. And then the 2nd book, Insurgent. And then the 3rd book, which is Divergent. Well, the 1st book, Divergent. I mean, everyone's heard of those too, though. So, you know what they look like. You know what they are. I don't need to tell you. They're so big. And despite what everyone says, Allegiant was like my favorite book in the series. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. Fallen, Torment, Passion, Rapture, and Fallen in Love, which is a little Valentine's Day novella top deal. And a lot of this series gets a lot of hate, kind of, but I enjoyed it. Like, I really loved Fallen, and I really loved Rapture. Like, these 2 were but honestly, I think Rapture makes up for it. Like, seriously. Hush Hush Saga, Hush Hush, Crescendo, Silence, and Finale. This had an interesting premise, the series did, but I hated Patch. I can't stand dickhead male leads that everyone's like, oh, they're just haunted, they just have a haunted past. Doesn't matter if you have a haunted past, you shouldn't take it out on your girlfriend and the rest of the world. Anyway, Wither. Ah! Fever. I'm sorry, these are so zoomed in. My arms are hurting me though. And Sever, and that's like a great trilogy. I don't care what anyone says. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. And The Evolution of Mara Dyer. And I got these 2 books for my birthday because I'd heard so much about them. And I read them, and I didn't really like them. That's just an unpopular opinion. But still. Oh, this is really dark. See? W.H. Auden Poems and Tales. This doesn't really have a cover. I just bought it like a used bookstore, and I think it came from a library. So, oh well. City of Bones. City of Ashes. City of Glass. City of Fallen Angels. And City of Lost Souls, which are the Mortal Instrument series. Everyone knows those too. Clockwork Angel. Clockwork Prince. And Clockwork Princess. They were out of order. I don't know why they were out of order. And they're usually not out of order. Daughter Smoke and Bone. And Days of Blood and Starlight. Which I really like those 2. The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, which is like one of the best books I've ever read. You seriously need to go read it if you haven't. The Future of Us. And 13 Reasons Why. And then we have Before I Fall. And then that is all of my hardcover bookshelf. They're mostly in a series. They're like these like last few are just like standalones. And even then, like this is gonna have a sequel. So these 3 are really the only standalones I have. Well, I miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. But I think that that's gonna be a series too. Someone said it was gonna be a sequel. I don't know. I didn't really like it as much as everyone else did. But that's just me. I have weird opinions about stuff. Onto my paperback bookshelf, and I have quite a bit more of paperback books than I do hardcover, because I prefer buying paperback even though I like hardcovers better because they're cheaper. But up here we have my 2 little manga, and that's not the way that they go. It's just Black Butler and Death Note, just the first 2 volumes in each. This is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And I'm going to show you my J Scribble because I pre-ordered it and got it signed. So there's my J Scribble. It's purple. It looks black, but it's purple. Let It Snow. I do have Looking for Alaska, which is by John Green, but I'm lending it out to a friend right now. Will Grayson. And a bunch of Catherine's. I like this cover so much better than I liked the other ones. They were so ugly. And Paper Towns. Sarah Dessen books. Along for the Ride. This Lullaby, if I could get it out. Just Listen. The Truth About Forever. And What Happened to Goodbye. I have not read this one. Sisters Red. Warm Bodies. It's kind of a funny story. Speak. The Maze Runner. Unearthly. Shatter Me. Excuse me, I had a little cough. I'm thinking about buying this in hardcover because like I really like this book and I really want the sequel, and the sequel doesn't come out for like another 3 months, and then the last book comes out in February, so I don't want to wait that long, so I'm probably just going to buy it back in hardcover and get the whole series in hardcover. The Book Thief, which is my favorite book of all time. I've read a lot of books, but that is my favorite. When You Talk About Heaven, Kissed by an Angel, Across the Universe, and A Million Suns. And a lot of people don't like these covers, but I really love these covers. I hated the other ones. That's honestly what put me off so much about the series. These are candles, I'm just moving them. Because they had such like lovey-dovey covers, and I'm like, I don't want to read that. You know, I mean, I love contemporary as much as the next girl, but I don't like it whenever they try to mix it in with like sci-fi. Like, you can do it with fantasy, but don't mess with my sci-fi. But it's really not, so I don't know. That's why I like those covers better. But it does piss me off about the cover changes, I will say that. Born at Midnight. I'm just going to keep that out because it's kind of hard to reach back here. And Awake at Dawn, If I Stay, and Where She Went.